Hey, Nancy from Soulvibe here, and get comfy because today we're going to talk about being damaged. So, a lot of people feel damaged, right? And there's kind of a real stigma attached to that, isn't there? You know, like you're not a full person or something, or that something is desperately wrong with you. And if you see me looking down, that's because I'm gonna read you something that I was sent on my phone. It's right here. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little story today to illustrate my feelings about being damaged in some way. I received an email about one of our daily soul quotes, which we put beneath the fortune cookies that we send every day. Every day there's a new daily soul quote where I scour the world for things that people have said that inspire me so that then I can share them with you along with the fortune cookie. And I recently posted one about that was said by this guy here, okay? And I got an email about it, oddly enough. And I get a lot of feedback, but this one was interesting. This fellow wrote to me, Van Gogh isn't a man to quote in regards to life, not unless you are attracted to beautiful madness. Okay, well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with beautiful madness, okay? Nothing in this world of any value was ever accomplished when we think the way that other people have already thought. When we embrace the norm, we lose. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about this guy who's one of my favorite historical figures, and I have loved him from the time that I was a kid. Been always very attracted to his story and his art. Well, while he was young, he was working for, I think, like a printer as an illustrator or something, and he caught the spirituality bug and decided to go to seminary and devote his life to God and to learning how to be a preacher and theology. Okay, now by our current standards, had Vincent been born now, he would have been undoubtedly diagnosed on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, based on his ability to hyper-focus, and he had evolving special interests that really consumed him throughout his life. Social awkwardness, extreme anxiety. There is no doubt in my mind, based on the way that he was, that today he would probably have been diagnosed on the spectrum. So he decides that he's going to become, entrenched in spirituality. And over time, when that career path as a preacher does not work out for him, he returns to art, okay? And in that particular time, he had a talent, he had a knack, but he wanted to learn, okay? He wanted to get better. He was obsessed with understanding shapes and drawing and painting people in their normal, everyday experience. And he didn't start out with a lot of color that he ended up with later. He started out with some pretty bland, darker stuff. But while he went to the city to learn from other artists, he contracted syphilis. Now, I'm one of the people in the camp of that's what he actually mostly died from, okay? Because here's the thing, he went for syphilis treatment. Okay, well, back when he was alive, syphilis treatment was mercury. Okay, that's what they gave people who had syphilis. And we now know that that's a serious neurotoxin that can also kill you. But at the time, that's what they tried to use in order to kill it. And of course, they didn't even know about bacteria and infections the way that we do today. And so he went for treatment, was probably given boatloads of mercury on top of the fact that he had a waxing, waning infectious disease. Okay. And what we also know about it today is that even without treatment, it can go away for a while. It can go dormant in your body and show up as a neurological disease months, years, even decades down the line. And when it becomes a neurological disease, excuse me, you can have anything from euphoria to delusions and hallucinations and strange thoughts. So he gets back into art and he discovers color, and he becomes obsessed with colors and painting and art and the expression of that. And his personal life was an absolute mess, okay? He falls in love with and starts taking care of a woman who was a prostitute, who was pregnant, tries to make a life with her against his family's better desires for him, I guess, because that was kind of really taboo at the time. And we know all this because he wrote letters back and forth with his brother, and those are just absolute literature as far as I'm concerned. But as he went between Mercury and, that relationship not working out for a while, he falls in love with one of his cousins and he becomes obsessed with her, and he lives with another male artist, and it's very possible that they were somehow involved because they had a very tumultuous living together relationship that also hurt him badly. So you get to hear the stories about him cutting off his ear because he's in love, or the fact that, he's in love with his cousin or whatever. But the bottom line is that he was a very ill person, but he was also a very passionate person. Okay? And just so full of love and desire and deep spirituality and a deep love for art and the world and how he could portray it through his physical being onto canvas. And there is no doubt that he was just an amazing artist who never made a dime from what he did. He was so socially awkward, he couldn't even sell himself. People didn't like the things that he did, and they didn't like him. He didn't take care of himself. He didn't act in a socially acceptable way. He was damaged. And eventually, he went to a sanitarium. He was living, but he was aware while he was there that he was losing his mind. It wasn't like he was turning to these delusions where he's cutting off his ear and he's eating paint, okay, and thinking that all of this is completely normal. He was writing to his brother saying, I am losing my grip on my sanity. And eventually, in that, he died. Without ever knowing what he would become. Unless, of course, you like the Doctor Who episode with him, which is a whole other story, but I recommend that one. What happens when people go through that much and they are subjected to their own beautiful madness, as it is that not only do they make an impact because they don't have the social standards in their lives to tell them that they cannot, or that it's going to make other people uncomfortable, or that they can't be free to think what they want to think and do what they want to do because of social construct. Okay? People who have gone through that much, who have lost that much, who have been that passionate, who have been that deeply in pain do have a lot to offer us. And yes, I'm proud to quote someone. I'm proud to quote someone who is damaged by society's standards. Now, let's say you feel damaged. Here's the thing, friend. You have something to bring to the world too. Your experiences, your passions, your failures, your difficult times have left you with a wisdom that a lot of the world does not possess. If you feel damaged, sure, there is absolutely work to be done so that you can try to get out of that negative self-talk situation that you put yourself in, to get yourself out of being your own worst enemy at times, to stop self-sabotage. And sometimes you need outside help, sometimes it's self-help, but in reality, you have so much to give to the world. Your experience, your passion, your pain brings a wisdom and a knowledge that everyone can benefit from. So you are not so much damaged, friend. You are amazing. So let's lift you up. Let's empower you. Let's listen to your beautiful madness. I want to hear about it, because I know that there is so much to be offered from experience. Now, if you liked this message at all, please do subscribe here to our YouTube channel, and so that so that you never miss an episode that we post. And of course, stop by at soulvibe.com. Not only do we have great articles on the site, but we send you messages through your inbox or through our app every day to keep you happier, healthier, on the right track, empower you, and help you be more positive every single day. And it's free. It's always free. I want to wish you a happy, beautiful, fantastic, beautifully mad day.